Hello, and happy Easter. I have a little story I want to tell you. I kind of want to terrorize your nightmares and scare the living shit out of you. I cannot talk in the present because, well, that little girl is already dead. But I'll try my best to compensate. It was Easter, long time ago. I was about I was about 6 or 7 years old, and I was gorgeous. I was gorgeous, real gorgeous. I wasn't rich like those other snobby girls down the street, no. I was poor. I didn't have 2 pennies to rub together, and buying a lunch at my elementary school was almost like going to a five-star restaurant. No, it didn't bother me one bit, because I was pretty. I was the most prettiest thing that ever existed. Easter was my favorite holiday for sure. I got candy and treats on Easter. We weren't Christian, don't get it mixed up. I wasn't a fanatic about Easter. No, I just loved the presents and gifts and everything I just so deserved. Yeah, it was great. I didn't like Halloween very much, no. Halloween scared the living shit out of me. I didn't like Halloween one bit. But this one particular Easter topped any type of Halloween that could ever happen. Nothing was more terrifying than this. My family used to always go to the local Easter egg hunts that would be hosted at the local park. Every year we dress up. I'd wear pink and perhaps maybe a little tiara. Maybe some lilies would be in my pockets or something. I don't know. I just love to be pretty again. Pretty on my favorite holiday of the year. But this year we didn't go to the park. We didn't see my other vagabond friend, no. You see, the night before, Mom and Dad had an argument. See, Mommy found Daddy with another woman. I saw that woman once, about 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, I was playing in the living room with my Duplo blocks, and this wonderful, lovely lady and my dad came through the door. She was beautiful. She looked just like me. She looked just like me. I didn't know who she was. At first, Daddy told me that that was her sister, but they liked to play a lot of fun games in Daddy's bedroom. Wouldn't come out until an hour before Mommy came home. But I wanted to dress just like her. So every day, I tried my best to look like that girl that I saw that one day. Mommy, she didn't like it. She hated me. She didn't like that I dressed up like that woman. She knew her from somewhere, but I don't know. I was just having fun. Mommy was yelling about that girl the night before Easter, calling her a slut and a dirty whore. And I was just listening under my pillow, hoping that my hoping that my older brother would one day explain it to me. He was still 18 living at home, but he always explained to me some things very simply that happened between Mommy and Daddy. But not this time. He just didn't have the time to explain it to me. None of us did. So Easter came. I grabbed Mommy's turquoise dress lining and asked her, "Can we go to the park? Are we going to the park?" Mommy, she said, "No, we're going to have Easter home this year." So I just followed through. We had our own egg hunt in the house, you see. It was still fun. We still got presents. But Mommy was not happy. So my older brother just sat on the couch playing with his phone. And I just running around in my pretty dress and opened up the first egg I found underneath the fireplace. It wasn't just normal candy. It was a Ferraro Rocher. My parents were poor. They couldn't afford this type of stuff. I thought it was just Mommy trying to impress me. Or trying to diffuse last night's argument. Maybe she thought I heard. Maybe she thought I was mad at her or something. But I wasn't. I wasn't. I ate up the little candy I found in there, and I saw a little note. It said, "Mommy loves you with all his heart." I couldn't even read it. I was just so disturbed for some reason. Her grammar was off, her spelling was all double sketched in, like she was writing it with a fist crunched around the pen that she was writing. I didn't let it bother me. I went to look for the other piece of candy like I was supposed to do. Mommy was watching me the whole time. My brother was zoned out. And my dad, I could just hear him whimpering a little bit in the living room. Sitting on a lone chair taken out of the dinner table. I opened up another egg and it said, "Daddy loves you." I thought it was just all nice. Maybe it was a coincidence. Maybe nothing is wrong. Maybe they already planned this days ago and it has nothing to do with last night's argument. I ate up the other candy I found and went to search for the other eggs. The next egg I found under Daddy's shoe by the door, propped up. I could see it so easily. I opened up the egg. Another same candy, different note. The note wrote, "Do you want to kill Mommy?" I pretended I didn't even see the note. I was still young at the time, don't get me wrong. But I just didn't understand. I just tossed it away. Threw it out the window when no one was looking. And there were no more eggs. I looked everywhere. Later that night, I just stood home, playing around with my dolls in my room, trying out new stuff. I don't know. House seemed quieter than usual. House was so quiet. Then I heard an alarm go off at 10 o'clock at night. I saw my little pink alarm clock. I was in bed about 2-3 hours ago. Mom tucked me in. This alarm went off in the house. Smoke alarm. I got scared and opened my door and started going down to the living room. My brother was tied up, crying, and his pants had caught fire, as well as his shoes had started to melt. He was dying. I started screaming for help. I heard Daddy sound like a gag was in his mouth. He was tied up too, but had multiple puncture wounds all throughout his body. Eating out. He hadn't yet burned. The trail of oil, was kind of going toward my room. Someone must have lined them up so my older brother would die, and then my father and me. Mommy, she slept, and Dad slept in the room farthest to the house. I ran back to find Mommy. I opened up Mommy's room. I saw boxes everywhere, and bunnies jumping around and hopping around and trying to escape, screeching out. I was so scared. I didn't understand what was happening. I don't know why they were there, but I was terrified from them. Suddenly, Mommy grabbed me and ran out. We tried looking for an exit. We finally jumped through out a window. She protected me. And, well, we escaped with whatever life we had. Thank God. I didn't even have any thought that she would have done this stuff. It was just too awful to even consider it. I loved her. She loved me. She saved me. Why? Why would she kill my older brother and my father? She couldn't. What were the bunnies doing there? Who would torture such pure, genuine animals on Easter? It was almost played out like a fairy tale and ended up like a gruesome horror story. Mommy had the keys to the old Volkswagen bus we had. It was red and classic. Beautiful car. I wanted to inherit it when I was 16, I used to say. I wasn't even thinking about that at the moment. She put me in the passenger seat, and we drove over to her sister's house, my aunt. She told me to sit in the car, and she ran to the door, knocked on it, pounded on it even. Her sister walked out. I heard them talking, and my sister. Her sister was smiling and laughing. I didn't understand it. My brother and my father are both dead. What's so funny? No, it was funny. If you were to think about it a little bit harder. She just grabbed a coat from inside the house. They came to our car. Mommy was driving, and her sister was holding me in the passenger seat. I kept asking Mommy, where are we going? Where are we going? Mommy said, we're going to vacation. Don't you love vacation? Don't you want to go to the beach? I said, no. I want my brother. I want my father. Please. Where are they? See, I didn't really comprehend death too much back then. I didn't know what was going on, but I kept quiet. Mommy parked us under a cave. Somehow she drove in. Half the car was driving through the shore, the other half was on the dry side. We suddenly found a way to fit in there because the tides weren't so big that day. We parked inside that cave. Mommy and sister went outside, locked the doors, and I waited there for about, to me it took like forever, but it was really just an hour. A figure came out of the darkness, wearing a bunny mask, paper mache almost. It's purple and pink and black. A big pink smile. Knocking on the door, knocking on the window, turning its head right and left and right again. I said, who is it? Stay away from me. The figure stopped moving in front of the window and pulled out almost like a bread knife and started cutting at its own face. It had to cut open the paper mache to reveal, I guess, who it was. But it was such a deep cut, almost like sawing through a shank of meat or something. I have no idea. I saw Mommy's half face. Bread knife cut, starting from her eyebrow, cutting through her eye and down her chin. You could see her smile. Half her face were revealed, the other half covered by that scary, horrifying mask. She started calling me bitch, whore, man thief, trash. I was so scared. She came inside that bus and just sat down quietly. I kept asking her, Mommy, what's wrong? Mommy, what are you doing? And I looked outside and saw another bunny masked girl. I knew it was her sister. I just knew it. I don't know why, I just did. She was eating some sort of, I don't know, welder or something. It was so dark I couldn't see anything. Locking all the doors from the outside so no one could leave. And I saw her after she was done, 20 minutes of me screaming at my mom, asking question after question with no answer. Her sister walked into the shore, pulled out a revolver and shot herself in the head. She fell in the ocean, little by little got sucked in. Couldn't see her anymore. My mommy, she ignored me for 30 minutes. Seeing that car, her sister was welding us in. She pulled out a gun, shot herself in the head. As her head fell on my lap, I saw a little gift box tied around her back, and it had my name on it. It told me to open it, so I did. And inside was a spoon and fork and a knife, steak knife. Small one, but I could use it. I got hungry. We were in the middle of nowhere and no one would help me. My mom was dead on me. I started to get hungry. About a month and a half, 2 months passed. It was nighttime and the spoon was bloodied up, knife was bloodied up, fork was bloodied up. There was blood smeared all over my face. I was sleeping so silently on the remaining carcass that I was still devouring on. When the police came, I saw the lights and them screaming, and they finally found us. I don't know how, but they just did. We climbed into the cave, tried to open the bus. They saw I was in there. They said, "We're gonna get you out of here. Don't worry." That's the part where I don't exist anymore. It's the part I can't tell. So I'll switch over to the point of view of the police guy. I was the first one to open up the door. Finally cracked it open. I was trying to get that sucker open. I really wanted to just finish my job and get on with my day. I had a 12-pack of beer waiting for me at home. My wife, my two kids. Man, I heard this story many times. One thing I was thinking about while I was driving over to the job, driving over to this stinking place, is that my kids never ended up like this. I was wondering, could my wife ever do something like that if I cheated on her? I don't know. Finally opened up that door with a crowbar. Blood was everywhere. There was no bodies. Couldn't find any. Me and my partner scoured that place out. Nothing. As we were investigating, I thought I'd take a little smoke break. Pulled out my pack of Marlboro Lights. Walked down to the shore, coming out of the cave, and I saw a bunny. Little cute little bunny. Wash up on the shore right next to my boots. It had a pierced heart. There was a steak knife just drilled in there. I couldn't even talk at that point. I picked up that little thing. I didn't even focus on nothing. My sergeant was yelling at me. "Come back, we found something. We found that little girl. She's alive." I tried to run back, but felt something grab my leg and pull me under the ocean. patrolmen were just trying to run, trying to grab me out. Some wave or something just pulled me right into the ocean. I was drowning. I just wanted one breath of air. I was trying everything just to live. Opened my eyes and that sharp needle pain of the ocean salt water just burned. Suddenly I surrounded by dead bodies everywhere. They weren't floating atop, they were all inside the ocean. They all were looking at me with translucent blue eyes. I don't know what happened, I don't know what this is or what kind of nightmare this is, but I saw my whole family under the water, not floating, not just under the water, dead, with those same blue translucent eyes. My wife and my 2 kids waving